What's going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back to another video. I'm really excited. Well, I mean, I don't know if I should say excited about this video, but I'm happy that I'm able to make this video. I feel very blessed is the word I would use. I feel blessed that I was presented this opportunity, giving what I do for a living. And so we're gonna jump straight into the video. You know, for the occasion, of course, I threw on my scrubs for dramatic effect, but this is a very serious video. You know, we're gonna be talking about COVID-19. It's a very serious topic, so I'm gonna try to stay as serious as possible. I'm gonna try to make this video quick, to the point, and as informational as I possibly can, so that you guys can get the most out of this video. Let's jump right into it. So obviously, some of you may or may not know, I am a healthcare provider. I am a dialysis technician, so I basically provide dialysis to patients on a weekly basis. So that put me in a position where my company was offering the employees and the staff the COVID-19 vaccine. It wasn't mandatory. Nobody was forcing anybody to get the vaccine. I took it upon myself to go ahead and get it. Now, it was my personal choice. My parents warned me against it. You know, my brothers and friends were like, "Oh, you're getting the vaccine? What aren't you afraid? Like, you know, what if you grow another arm?" I'm just like, really? Like, do you really think the CDC is gonna allow us to get vaccinated by something that's gonna harm us or kill us? I mean, personally, I feel like the vaccine is taking one step closer to going back to normality. And I decided to go and get the vaccine for my patients, for my family, for my friends, and for everybody that I love and care. Just knowing that I had that little extra protection, so that I personally wouldn't be putting them in harm's way. So if you're against it, I totally understand. You know, the vaccine was brought up pretty fast. It was created really fast. This is the fastest that a vaccine has been created, you know, with a purpose. So I get it if you're you know, on the fence about it. I totally understand, and I hope this video can make you ease, you know, the fear. So I was at work and it was offered to me. I went ahead, and this is the process. Basically, I sat down. They like any other vaccine, you're gonna get it in the upper muscle of your arm. So like any other vaccine, I received it right here, and I'll put a little clip of me getting the first dose. I didn't get a clip of the second dose, but here's me getting the first dose.
A few moments later.
My experience with the first dose was pretty simple, like any other vaccine I've ever received in the past. Obviously, my arm was sore for 3 or 4 days, nothing crazy. I didn't feel any other kind of symptoms, no fever, no headaches, no chills, no body aches, nothing like that. I was perfectly fine. And this was the Moderna. I didn't mention it earlier. With the Moderna vaccine, you're supposed to get a second dose 3 weeks later. So 3 weeks later was last Monday, so about a week ago was when I received the second dose. Now with the second dose, it was a little bit different. Obviously, I had the soreness again in the arm for a few days, but following that day, the next morning, I did feel kind of sick in the morning. I did feel really sick, actually. I had a really bad headache, and I was actually at work that day. I had a really bad headache. I had body aches. I had chills. No fever. I didn't have any fever or anything like that. Just the body aches, chills, and the headache. So my nurse gave me some Tylenol, and within a couple of hours, I was feeling back to myself, and I was feeling perfectly fine. I took some more Tylenol that night, and the next day, it was like nothing has ever happened, and my arm was just a little bit sore, but I was perfectly fine. I hope that eases you a little bit. If the worst thing that you're gonna experience is a tiny fever, it's a headache, and some body aches, and you'll get over it the next day, and you'll have some immunity to this virus, I don't see why you wouldn't personally take that opportunity, you know, for your family members, for your friends, and for people that you love. Like, you know, it just doesn't make sense. But that was my experience with it. I feel perfectly fine. I feel good. I feel great about my choice, and I feel great that I was able to do this for my family and my friends. Let's jump into what the actual vaccine is and how it works. So like I mentioned earlier, you're gonna receive the vaccine on the upper muscle of your arm, and basically when you receive a vaccine, you get like a weakened version of it, or like a smaller version of the virus, so that your body can build the immunity to it and can fight it off if you ever do contract the virus. This is the first time that they're ever doing it with messenger RNA or mRNA. So this genetic material goes into your body, this messenger RNA, and basically it communicates with the ribosomes in your body so that it can create basically these, it's a protein, and it's like when you look at the COVID-19 virus itself in the molecular version of it, you see these little red spikes around that gray circle. Basically, those gray spikes are the proteins that on their own are harmless to you. So basically your body creates that, and that's what helps kind of fight off the virus. So now your body is one step ahead of the virus. If you ever do contract it, your body already knows what it is and how to fight it off. To keep terms kind of simple and to keep it easier to understand, because I know it can get a little bit confusing, there's a really good YouTube video that I'm gonna link in the description that it does such a fantastic job of explaining what mRNA is and how the vaccine works in your body. So I recommend you take 5-6 minutes. It's a very short video, but it does a fantastic job of explaining what it is. I'll leave it down in the description. You can go check it out for yourselves and really find out what this vaccine is doing to your body. Now let's get into the questions, or like the portion. If you have any questions, I can explain it a little bit better right now. So as of right now, I think they already started providing the vaccine to groups 1C and 1B, and I'll explain basically what that is in a little bit. So first, it was healthcare providers and patients that were 75 years or older and had underlying conditions were receiving the vaccines, and then they started administering it to patients 65 and older with underlying conditions as well. So and people that live in nursing homes, like patients that live in nursing homes, were receiving those vaccines first. So group 1C and B basically are the people that are providing services to the front line, or like, police officers, teachers, people that work in groceries, cashiers, people that are providing services that you need on a day-to-day basis. From there on, I don't think they don't have any other groups, or they haven't broken down the groups yet, but I believe they're working on setting those classes and when you can receive your vaccine. I'm gonna leave the link in the description for you to be able to check and see if you're eligible to receive the vaccine. Another question, maybe if you're pregnant and you're not sure about the vaccine, they haven't had any studies, mRNA vaccines and breastfeeding, but they believe that the mRNA vaccine should have no harm to pregnant women and to breastfeeding. If you're worried about that, there's really no studies, so I understand if maybe you do want to wait a little bit. If you fall under the category of the people that can get vaccinated, I understand if you would want to wait, because they don't have any studies on that yet. But they believe that there's no harm, there's no harm to pregnant women and people who are breastfeeding. Definitely check out the links I'm going to leave in the description. And I think I'm going to close out the video here. If you have any other further questions, any concerns, anything like that, please leave them down in the comments section. I'm going to do my best to answer them. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional or anything like that. I'm just somebody that was offered the opportunity and I decided to take it. And now I'm just giving you guys my story and how things went for me. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Like I said, leave your comments, concerns in the description, in the comment section. Definitely check out the description for those links that I mentioned. And I'm just gonna close out the video here, man. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and you got some information out of this video. As always, stay tuned. Some content is coming up and you're not gonna want to miss it. So as always, wait, actually, don't forget, share this with a friend. Share this with somebody that you love, somebody that may be concerned about getting the vaccine, or somebody that falls under that category where they can get vaccinated and they're not sure if they want to do it or not. Definitely send them this video. I'm sure it can help them and ease some of that fear. So do that. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
4 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Know that I'm zoned and roll up the potent, smoking the propane. Mixing the potion, mixing the 20 with Henny and Remy. Ballin' out, finger roll, yeah, with the jelly. Vibing out, you can find me at the telly. The drugs kicking in, damn, my palms getting sweaty. Know that I'm peaking, yeah, I be speeding.